April 27, 2023, Marcus Giovanni here. 2023-0427, second day of the 10th annual First City Summit of the Americas. Now, here's the spin, folks. First ever Westward, first ever City Summit of the America kicks off in Denver. This ain't, maybe it's the first ever in Denver, but the way they write it, why was Denver picked? Denver was picked for the 10th annual, not the first annual. So no matter when they say first ever city summit, this isn't the first ever. Even if you want to say it's the first ever in Denver. But this is what Westward does. They're shit stirrers, just like Denver, Fox News, and what these folks don't understand is that they think they rule the internet. And what they don't know in a couple years, they ain't gonna find themselves on it. Westward, when you talk about Patricia Calhoun and all those bandits, and that rag of a who reads that anyways? So when you understand the Rooster and the 5280 and 303 Magazine and the Denver Post and Denver Ride and Colorado Public Radio and Public Radio, PBS, and you understand Colorado politics, and you got guys like John Murray, you got guys like Joe Rubino, and you got guys like Ben Marcus, Markus, and you got guys got like, what's his name, Michael, or I don't know. There's so many of them writing for all the other pages, and they're all manipulating the Denver Gazette is the Gazette, and they're out of Colorado Springs, and they're going to tell you why it's important that they matter in Denver, and they don't. It's all coming to a head, folks. And all these people are going to go, bye-bye. Bye-bye. America's Fox News looks like hungry state media. See, when you think about Fox News and how they are telling everybody they're the number one choice, and they bagged on all the other networks, but none of those networks ever had to pay $787 million. And you watch all those hosts that host all those shows, they're all being indexed. All their voices, because they're FCC regulated, they have a lot of authority. They don't realize that every time they open their mouths, all their emails, everything, shoo, AI knows. See, people say, well, God knows everything. Well, that might be true. But in the computer world, the computer God, a song written by Black Sabbath in 1992, Ronnie James Dio sang it. Listen to the words. All you crystal soldiers, if you know what a crystal soldier is, and it's so funny, is that Ronnie James Dio wrote his lyrics so that you interpret it any way that you want to. It's up to you. So when you think of all the people through all the years of Black Sabbath and all those Christian followers that judged, threw rocks, told us all we're going to hell, and when they threw rocks, that's when they got their asses beat. So they were in hell. I saw it one time at the Coliseum. And there was preachers there telling us all we're going to hell. And this one heavy metal dude goes, fuck you, man, you're going to hell. And they're going, see? And one guy picked up a rock and threw it at the guy and then missed him and hit his girlfriend. And they all jumped him and pummeled their asses. And it was so strange because the police were watching and they just let it continue until they had to come and break it up. But they let those Christian people get their asses beat. Why? I don't know. But when you think about how they're passing judgment, they're throwing stones, they're accusing us of going to hell, when in fact they're breaking their own laws in the Bible for passing judgment, for throwing rocks, for humiliating, trying to dehumanize us because we, in their eyes, weren't Christian because we were going to a Black Sabbath concert or a Ronnie James Dio concert. And, and that happened with AC/DC. I remember AC/DC. Everybody, the Christians were out there. AC/DC, against Christ, devil's children. You're all devil's children. I remember I told one of them, I said, what do you mean we're devils? You don't fucking know me. You don't know. I'm going to heaven, dude. Just because I have an array, a taste of art and culture, doesn't mean that you're going to cast me to hell because you believe ACDC. And when you really understand ACDC, alternate current and direct current, you know, um, it's amazing to what they tell you it stands for. And I said, well, so you think that ACDC is disguised as all children deserve Christ? That's what I think, brother. How about that? All children deserve Christ, not against Christ, devil's children. I mean, you can spin anything you want, but see, the good thing on the internet is those days are fucking over, man. Over. And when you look at the schmuck that puts out that garbage in Westward and Denver Post and all those people all manipulating democracy sluts, because that's what they're indexed as. And so no matter what lawyer, whatever mayor they choose, a Kelly Bro, you already see all the friends that are lining up. It's just like a Mayor Webb, Michael Hancock fucking convention. They're going to keep that same shit. And you're going to see the true authority that Kelly has when she ain't going to be able to run the government. That's why you got to pick Mike Johnston, because then you get rid of most of you're going to have some new friends. And it's amazing because Leslie Herod went for Mike Johnston. Do you know why? Chatter has it that Leslie Herod was pissed off that Mayor Webb picked ranked choice endorsements. He picked Kelly Bro first, and then he picked, he picked. He probably really did pick Kelly Bro first, but he used Leslie Herod as a stepping stool because he knew she wasn't going to win, and then he'd come back looking like a hero because he picked his second choice, which won, and his third choice is Mike Johnston, probably because that's what Chatter is. So if he had to pick, it would be Mike Johnston, and the next person would be Marcus Giovanni. But he don't know that because he's so outdated. And so what he's done to Mayor Webb, what the city attorney has done, office has done to Mayor Webb, the democracy, Mayor Spear, Honorable Mayor Robert W. Spear, and when Wellington Webb, whose brother sued his own niece, Stephanie O'Malley. Joe Webb was the brother of Wellington Webb, but you didn't see any of the media. You didn't see any of the Denver Post or Denver Westward or any of them fucking democracy sluts. I've lived here for 17 fucking years, man, and I've never seen such a group of fucking wasted people in my entire life. And so when February 6th, I indexed Denver as an illegitimate government using the highest location rating you can possibly have, which is a courtroom, 414, Denver District Courts, Judge Andrew Luxon. Andrew Luxon's a district attorney. He has 3 attorneys under him, or he did, or he didn't. I don't know the full story, but I can tell you right now, when the next election comes to retain him, Denver would do themselves a favor by cleaning up their own social rankings and scores by getting rid of him and Karen Hubler and fucking Elizabeth Lay. And it's too late for the hood because he's already on the Supreme Court, but he's another garbage pail kid, man. And they've all been indexed. And see, this stuff won't start really affecting any of these people until right now. Well, actually, it's been before that, but it's going to get worse because we need all those people to come out of the closet. Like everything that's happening right now, it gets indexed. All the conversations and how did Wellington Webb pick Kelly Bro over Mike Johnston? Mike Johnston's an attorney, Harvard. Blows Kelly's bullshit completely away. And you look at all the friends. So anyways, Leslie went for Mike Johnston because Mayor Webb should have kept his allegiance to Kelly, there's so many fucking names, to Leslie Herod. And Leslie Herod might have just went for Kelly, but there's some things going on between those two. But even Lisa Calderon, the woman that made up her own poll that Denver was ready for a woman voter, and that what that does is it puts women in a bad light, that they need to be told by Lisa Calderon and other people that we have to elect not on merits and ability, but based off gender, based off um, who you fucking or who you living with. And have you noticed that no one? Oh, they're partners. Okay, David Kenny and Kelly Bro, the biggest fucking uh, fake biased couple in the United fucking States, man. And see, I thought Kenny was a brilliant guy in regards to certain things he's done in there. But if you think, and for me, I don't think he should be able to stop doing what he's doing. And for him to even come out and say that tells me it's the opposite. He's going to be involved. All of them are involved. He's been involved until the day he met Kelly, and Kelly saw visions of grandeur of being the next mayor, and David Kenny telling her in bed, "Yeah, baby, just give it a while. Your time's coming. You're going to be mayor." "Oh, I love you, David. You're such a man. I couldn't do any of this stuff without you because I really don't have any no real true, up to date experiences, especially for the internet." And so she's going to take that same conversation. She didn't call me up. She says she wants to work with people. She's open to ideas, just not by Marcus Giovanni. That's how you know she's a pig with lipstick. She made more money than Barack Obama. When Barack Obama said you can put a lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. That's Kelly. And when Kelly wins and Mike Johnston goes to his corner and gets whatever he's promised, because that's what the algorithms are, man. If Mike Johnston wins, it's because the denvergov.org election people are about to get fucking caught. Because I don't trust any of them. And you say, well, how would you say that? How can you say that about Denver elections and Paul Lopez? Because on February 6th, Assistant City Attorney Michelle Horn blasted with glee when I asked Judge Luxon about the Spear Amendment, and she said, "We haven't enforced that law in years." No, Michelle, it's been decades. And in my complaint, it spelled out pretty much what I thought, but I just thought you guys were circumventing the law in regards to it being a ballot, nonpartisan ballot only, and that candidates can be party affiliated is a fucking lie. So, Michelle Horn not only lied to the judge, but the judge hoodwinked her ass and thanked them all for coming, looked at me and said, "You lose, buddy. So you and all your and you can just go tell Mayor Spear, the dead man, to go fuck himself." See, he really didn't say that, but if you read between the lines, that's what he said. And it's all been documented, digitalized. And so now every fucking lawyer in Colorado, every fucking lawyer in the United States, every fucking lawyer that's anybody of anything knows that the Denver government will be an illegitimate government ran by either Kelly Bra or Mike Johnston. Neither of the two could have gotten anything over 25% of the vote. None of them. But they're bragging like they're somebody. But in the HR world, they're fucking nobodies. And Denver's about to fucking be hung out to dry. But I was the smartest fucking guy in Denver. And I created platforms to hedge the bet that the city of Denver is putting themselves to, and bringing all the citizens of Denver with them. And when you all think that your IT people are smart, how come their names aren't up here? How come they can't write content? And when they do, it's because they read mine and they're just trying to fucking shadow me. And that's what's happened with Lisa Calderon, Penfield Tate, Ian Tafoya, and the big mighty GOP, Andy Rout, whatever his name is. Trying to tell everybody he was a Denver business owner. I was in the Denver library when I had an epiphany and I bought me a business. Yeah, I bought equity. I bought the sweat off of somebody else's back, put it on my back, and decided that one day, because something happened to me in Denver, just like Kelly Bro and her baby pictures, when Kelly was an infant, she was stolen by a stork and given to a black family. The black family knew what they should do, so they gave it back to the stork. See, she thinks she's a champion of all these minorities, and she's just the champion of Kelly. Kelly and David. That's the new show, prime time, coming to Denver June 6th, 2023. Hold on to your hats, folks, because they're going to wonder what the fuck happened to Denver when all the other cities that are all in the right now, they're all clicking onto that city summit thing that Denver Post, or no, Denver Westward, or Denver Colorado Politics, or no, Joey Bunch, short man syndrome, halfway spiff. Do you know what a halfway spiff is? That's Joey Bunch. He's got to be the most biggest piece of crap I ever almost met. And I was at the governor's mansion at this an event. And then he comes walking in, and I go, "Hey, Joey," and he walked right by me. Walked right by me. Didn't even fucking look, short man. And so I followed him to the table where we were going in. He ignored me the whole time. It took everything I had to just go up there and Will Smith his ass. His little fucking body with his big ass fucking head. Joey Bunch. Oh, like he means something? See the content in the dark web for Joey? Wait till he's fucking old, man. Wait till he dies. Wait till Wellington Webb dies. Everything that they did to Mayor Spear, you can't do that to dead people, folks. You just can't. So what you're seeing now is the big bamboozle by Kelly, denvergov.org. You watch, man. You're going to wake up. It's going to be a close race, and Kelly won by 2 votes because there's no runoff. There's nothing. So you're going to have a same close race that you have now, but what's going to happen is they're flipping it because they're all sending the emails that Mike Johnston ain't getting. You got to vote for Kelly. It's really important. She's going to be the first woman. She's the only candidate that ever ran a city. Yeah. $100 million deficits for 5 fucking years. And then when everybody was starting to come and talking about it, because they haven't really talked about it for years, because I indexed it when Paul Lopez and then city councilman Mayor Hancock, yeah, and Chris Nevitt. Remember those guys? Chris Nevitt works for Denver. He makes $130,000 a year, plus he gets $94,000 pension. And all these poor people and all these people, oh, where's Chris? Where's Michael? Oh, where's Paul? The leaders of Denver. They're about to get fucked by a big old digital cock. And there ain't nothing they're going to do about it. Nothing. Because they're the government. And they've been lying to everybody, just like the denvergov.org. Let me show you something.